Welcome to Connect. We're here at the Princeton Children's Book Festival, and we're very excited to have you join us. We're going to go around and find some illustrators and some authors. Do come along. Would you introduce yourself? We're very eager to talk to you.
My name is Bardhan-Quallen. I'm a children's book author. These are some of my books here, and this is one of my favorite days of the entire year.
Oh, how wonderful. Well, tell us, how did you start writing your books?
How did I start writing my books? That's a very interesting story. I was actually doing a PhD in developmental neurobiology at Caltech when I had a baby, and then I had another baby. And I realized that I didn't really want to go back to graduate school. Wanted to take care of my kids, but I wanted to have something that was mine, that I could do. And I had this idea that I could write with two babies in the house, which was really dumb because you can't do anything with two babies under 14 months in your house. But it was after I had kids that I realized that I had stories that I wanted to tell them, and I thought that I thought they were stories that other people would like hearing as well. Of course, when I first thought of the idea, I was terrible at writing, so none of those stories were any good.
But as you moved along,
over time, I discovered I did have something to say that people enjoyed hearing, and so I've been doing this for about 10 years now, and I've written all sorts of different kinds of books.
And are you now on the East Coast?
I am. I live right here in New Jersey. I'm actually a Jersey girl, born and bred.
All right.
I was out in California for a couple of years, but somehow you always come home.
There you are.
So I'm right back here.
Oh, this is wonderful. This is wonderful. Is there one book especially you'd like to show us? Chicks Run Wild.
This is one of my favorite books because I like to joke that this is my autobiography. It's a book about little chicks at bedtime, and every time Mama closes the door, the chicks run wild. Which obviously I have 3 children at home, and every night I kiss them goodnight, and I tuck them in, and I turn off the light, and I shut the door, and 5 minutes later I hear, "She's touching me!" Which wouldn't be so upsetting if my children didn't have their own rooms. But
there you are.
So it is something that
good.
is very familiar to everyone, right? We all either remember being the one who didn't want to go to sleep or the one who just wants the kids to go to sleep.
Oh, indeed, it's so true. You remember that. You remember what your parents did when you didn't want to go to sleep.
Or even just what you imagine your parents to be doing. I actually wrote this book because my youngest child, my son, he never slept. He was convinced that I was going to do something awesome the moment he closed his eyes, so we never took a nap. And the funny thing is, at the end of this book, Mama does run wild. But Mama runs wild by watching TV in her bathrobe, painting her toenails and watching Gone with the Wind. And this was a little bit my message to my son. I'm not going to do anything exciting. I just want it to be quiet. So, it's a very personal book for me because
this is wonderful.
A conversation with my kids, but it's also a conversation I think other people can take part in.
Of course, of course. Oh, well, thank you very, very much. This has been wonderful for us.
Thank you.